Welcome. So I'm currently cooking dinner right now, and I wanted to have some time to talk to you when my husband's not home, and my son is watching Cars downstairs. Um, so I wanted to talk to you guys and tell you my first initial reactions to. Oh no. Chick Hicks. Sorry about that. But my first initial reactions to when my husband told me about moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the first time. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to share with you my first initial reactions to when my husband had told me that he was thinking about moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I wanted to see how I felt about it because I was first really just shocked, I think, because of the fact that, like, of course, I never really thought about moving there. And so it really didn't occur in my mind. And I was like, oh, that's something we could do. And it was like, just, kind of that blatant, like, shock of, like, oh, this is really a thought. This is really something that could be happening. You're like, okay, well, what, And then I was kind of excited, though, of course, like, in the first week or so, the first moment, I was very excited about the move. I was very excited about just the thought of, like, getting to go to all these new places, see all these new things, do all these new things, and traveling, and just, I'm the kind of person who doesn't really, um, I'm okay with, like, traveling to new places and seeing new things and doing new things all the time. Sorry about that. I just wanted you to see me when I was talking. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that I just like exploring new places and I like to travel all the time. And so those are the first, like, things that kind of excited me to thinking about moving. And also getting a new house kind of excites me because I get to, get a bigger house and, I get to, like, decide where I'm going to, put everything for the first time and, like, depending on how the house is, we might be able to get new stuff for it. So that's kind of exciting. And when we first move, we're going to be in an apartment for either 3 months or 6 months, depending on which apartment we get, before we officially get our house. So it'll give us time to look and see our house and find what we want. And it'll be kind of like a little mini vacation in some ways, just because, we're living there and we'll get to, like, do stuff at the apartment that way. And some of them have, like, fitness centers I could use, or they have, like, free, like, breakfast or different things and activities they do for their apartment. So, like, those will be fun in the moment and kind of more vacation-y like in some ways, which will be exciting. But then when we finally get our house, and depending on if we get one with a communal area, like in that neighborhood or whatever, we'll have different things we can do, and it'll be fun just kind of doing that. So that's what I was excited about, like, right, I guess, in the very beginning. And then as I started thinking more logically, I was thinking about my husband and the fact that, like, he doesn't have any friends here, but he could make some if he needed, he, like, wanted to, but it's just more like right now he doesn't have any. And so it'd be good for him to gain, more friends in Tulsa because he's, had some friends in Tulsa. He has some friends in Tulsa right now. So I'm trying to say, sorry. And, his family's there, so he'll get to, like, see family, he'll get to explore. He likes wanted to be near one of the sets of grandparents, whether it was my parents or his parents, but we decided that moving towards his parents was better. And also, he got accepted into what is called the Tulsa Remote Program, and they're going to give us $10,000 to move there, and he gets a workspace he gets to use for 3 years, I think it is. So there's, like, all that involved too. And so there's a lot more, like, right on Tulsa in some ways. And then so it's just kind of like I'm trying to think more logically about my son and about my husband, not just about me and what I want, of course, but what's best for, like, all of us and the whole entire family. And I'm trying to see, like, will I still like Tulsa in, like, 10 years, say, for example, like, will I resent my husband for moving because he's taking me away from my church family, which is very important to me. And one of the reasons that I am having trouble, like, saying yes 100%. Also, of course, seeing Tulsa first before committing, it's also going to be a thing we're doing soon, so that'll help maybe make it easier to transition and leave my church family because I'll feel confident that I like Tulsa and the things that are there. and we're gonna check out some, like probably 2 churches to get a kind of feel for the churches down there. Even if those aren't the initial ones, like I picked to be my church, I'll at least have like a start on understanding which church I do want, since there's so many, and Tulsa's part of the Bible Belt, and I've heard someone actually called the buckle of the Bible Belt, so that'll give me confidence that they have a lot of churches and I can find one that'll fit my needs. But leaving all the friends we've created through church is going to be really hard at first until I like start making new connections, and then it'll become easier, and I'll feel more like, hopefully I'll feel more like I made the right move in that way, and hopefully like getting to see his family more will make it feel more like, I guess, easier to move. And that'll just be some things like that all of us can kind of, but basically I've been trying to think logically about this, because that's something my husband does, of course, and he answers all these details that I haven't even thought of. He's probably thought of it all, because he's the one who's going to be trying to get the loan for the house, or setting up the apartment tours we're going to be going on soon, and just the things that we're going to be doing when we're there. He's thought of all these ideas, and since he's lived in Tulsa previously in the past, like he's already has some idea of what is the best way to do these things, and he's got some ideas, and that's going to help us when we're looking at this Tulsa, when we're looking to explore it in about a week. So I just think that I'm trying to think logically about this, because I want to make the right decision, and I want to make a decision that's best for our whole family, like he does, of course. So he's come up with all these ways, like, oh, you can see your church family on our way to going to your family for the summer or Christmas and things of that nature. So it's helpful to not feel like I'm never going to see them again, and making it a little more easier to do the transition in some way and feel comfortable with the move. And so I guess just my first initial reactions are that I was excited and I was shocked, but then as time went on, because we've been thinking about this since probably the end of August, that now I'm trying to think more logically about the whole family, not just myself, but what would be best, and kind of thinking that for my husband it'd be best to move. And so I'm just thinking that my son, he can make friends pretty much anywhere, and so even though we're leaving some friends, some mom friends that I've made, and some of his really close church friends, I feel confident he'll find friends again, and he's not in school yet, so he's not losing any school friends. So moving before he's in school is good. And my husband's thought about school in general, so he's thinking about, oh, if we live in this neighborhood, we'll be in this school district, and that's a good one, and he's got all that covered. And we're just really thinking about this very, very logically. So hopefully after I see Tulsa in about a week, I will have an update on if I feel more confident or if this is going to be the right decision, and we'll know how to proceed going forward, what's best for our family. And so if you want to come along on that journey with us and kind of listen to me ramble some more in the future, and if we do move, you'll have other Tulsa videos you'll be able to see. So hopefully whatever decision we make, you'll be on board. I'll let you know, and hopefully you'll watch my next video, which will be on most likely Tulsa, because I don't know if I'll be making anything from the next week while we're getting ready to go there and all of that. So just maybe subscribe so you can see and get notifications for when we do make these videos, and just come along on my journey. And thank you for watching, listening, putting up with me, and all of that.